Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Strength Coach Claire. I am a strength and powerlifting coach based here in the UK. I work with clients both in person and online. The majority of my clients are women who are in their late 30s through to their late 50s who are looking to build strength. Some of them compete in powerlifting, some of them don't, but all of them are looking to become as strong and muscled as possible as they transition through midlife and beyond, so that they can stay mobile and strong and resilient. I myself am also a competitive powerlifter, and everybody has been asking me recently what's next, because this year I have had a run of a few competitions. I've actually done 4 powerlifting competitions this year, and everyone's asking me, what's your plan? Like, when's the next competition and so on. So I've decided to create a little series here on my YouTube channel of what is next. So what my current project is, what I'm currently working towards, and that is going to be a building series. So over the next season, for me, over the next few months, I am going to be building strength in every form, and what that's also going to involve for me is a bulk. So ultimately I'm going to be looking to gain muscle as I transition through the next phase and have an off season, like actually take some time to grow my body, grow my strength, grow my total before I compete again, probably later next year. So that is what is next, and I'm going to be documenting the process here on my YouTube channel. The reason why I want to do this is because I think bulking, which is basically going to involve gaining weight in some way or another, is quite a difficult thing for me personally, but I think for women generally. I have never really done an intentional bulk. I have naturally gained weight over the years since I first started my powerlifting journey, but this is the first time I'm really going to have eaten and planned my life with the intention of building muscle and actually getting bigger, like been very intentional about my bulk. And it's quite difficult because as a woman you are supposed to be very lean, very toned, you're supposed to have a particular look that is considered attractive, and gaining weight, gaining size, just being in a bigger body is something that is quite difficult to do, especially to be intentional about it, you know, to have that as a goal, because my body is going to change over the next few months in ways that I don't particularly like. You know, I'm just going to get bigger, my clothes are going to get tighter, but it's all part of the process of becoming stronger, becoming a better powerlifter, becoming more muscular, and ultimately becoming leaner. And so I really wanted to document the process here, to hold me accountable, but also to share some of those thoughts and some of those struggles that I have as we go along and how I manage that. In this video I'm going to be going through what my plan is, certainly for the start of this bulk, what my goals are, what my nutrition is going to look like, what my training is going to look like, and what other habits I'm going to be working on over the next few months. My goal ultimately is to become a better powerlifter. I want to build a bigger total. I want to get stronger at squatting, benching, and deadlifting. Over the long term, I want to compete again probably in the second half of next year, and by that time I want to have built a significant amount on my total. So that's really the overarching goal that is behind everything else. Over the long term, I am not planning to go up a weight class. I am a 69 kilo powerlifter. I think that weight class suits me. It suits my height, it suits my build, it suits the type of body that I want to have, like the size and like the look that I want my body to have. I think 69 kilo is the right weight class. I think it's the right one for me long term competitively. So long term, I am not planning to go up a weight class. However, short term, I will be going up a weight class essentially. I'm going to be bulking into the next weight class up over the short term. And the reason why that is because I really want to fill out my current weight class, which is the 69 kilo class. And what I mean by that is I want to be more muscled and leaner as an under 69 kilo lifter than I currently am. And I had a little bit of a discussion with my nutrition coach about what the best approach to doing this was, whether I should try and recomp at the same body weight, so build fat and burn muscle at the same time, essentially, whether I should cut down and then build back up into the 69 kilo class, or whether I should do this bulk and then cut back down. And she really felt that the bulk and then cut was probably the most efficient way to do this, because it's going to allow me the opportunity to actually build some muscle, put on some size, get uncomfortable in my body, like get bigger, and then that's really going to help me be in a good position to essentially lean back down, cut back down, so that when I come back down to 69, I have a lower body fat percentage, essentially more muscle, lower body fat at the same body weight. And we're going to do that by going up and then back down. Now, obviously the main goal here is to put on lean tissue. I want to build muscle so that I can build strength, but in order to do that, obviously I am probably going to build some gain some fat as well. I am going to be gaining weight. That is an intention. That is something that I want to do as part of this process. The goal with that is to get to somewhere between 73 and 74 kilos and see how we're looking when we get there, see how long that takes, what that process is like. But I think I'm probably going to get somewhere around there, because that is still within a reasonable cut from the 69 kilo class. I've not gone so far that I've fully filled out the next weight class up. It is far enough that I am going to have built some noticeable muscle by the time I get to that point, I hope. 73 to 74 kilos is the target endpoint at the moment, but that is subject to change. The plan then obviously will be to allow plenty of time to cut back down to between 69 and 70 kilos in time for competing again in the second half of that next year. So we're looking at basically a bulk through the winter, and then spring, summer, beginning to cut back down. So my starting point for this in terms of my strength, so obviously the main goal of this, as I said, is actually to build my total. My current numbers are a 160 kilo squat, a 87.5 kilo bench, and a 187.5 kilo deadlift. And I will be looking to get PBs on all three of them throughout this process. And if I don't do that, I'm going to be very disappointed. So that's where I'm starting in terms of strength levels. I want to see that going up over the next 6 months to a year. My current body weight is around about 70.5. It fluctuates a little bit, but that's where we're averaging at the moment. So just a small gut cut away really from my weight class of 69 kilos. So that is where we are starting. So first, nutrition. That is going to be the main thing that is going to get me where I want to go, making sure that I am eating in a calorie surplus. So my calorie targets, I'm going to tell you what they are now, but just before I do, bear in mind that these are for me. These are my individual targets. You should not take them and copy them. They exist for me for a reason, and they have been agreed between me and my nutrition coach. Now the plan to begin with is to eat at maintenance on rest days. So that is 2,620 calories, which I know just because I've tracked a lot over the years, so I know roughly what my maintenance calories are. 155 grams of protein, 75 grams of fat, and 320 grams of carbs. I also aim to get around about 30 grams of fiber per day, between 30 and 35, roughly around there. On training days, which is 4 days per week, we are going to be in a slight surplus. So we're going to be eating 2,820 calories on training days, 155 grams of protein, 80 grams of fat, and 370 grams of carbs. Again, aiming for between 30 and 35 grams of fiber. So essentially we're starting with a 200 calorie per day surplus on training days only. In terms of hydration, I aim for between 3 and 4 litres a day. I actually don't really track this at all because it is a habit that I am just in now. I don't really have to monitor it to know that I'm getting enough water in. And for my supplements, I am taking creatine, vitamin D, ashwagandha, iron, fish oil, and magnesium. Of training, I will be training 4 days per week. Typically that is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday for me, with Monday being primary deadlifts and quaternary bench, Tuesday day 2 being secondary squats and secondary bench, Day 3, Thursday, being secondary deadlifts and tertiary bench, and then Saturday is my big primary squat and bench day, and obviously I have some accessories on each of those days as well. I typically run 5-week blocks, and at the moment I'm actually in the middle of a block, so I've just finished up week 3 of a block at the time of recording, so I've got weeks 4 and 5 to come of my current block. My main area of focus with my training at the moment is essentially just the strength development powerlifting block. We're looking at building a top triple on squats, really pushing the strength there. Bench, I run singles pretty much year round, so it's always trying to work on that top end strength, push that top single with bench. On deadlift at the moment, I'm doing a lot of work on my mechanics, my technique, trying to maintain my technique at higher loads. So I do a single on deadlift on my secondary day, which is a tempo variation, which allows me to really work on the technique at slightly higher loads. Whilst my primary day, which is the competition deadlift, is a little bit higher volume, so just allowing me to get some reps in and really drill the technique. In terms of other movement throughout the week, other training, other output, I aim for 10,000 steps a day, which you may think is quite high given that I'm bulking, but this for me is just something that I tend to do pretty naturally because I have quite an active job when I'm training and when I'm teaching in person. I do tend to get a lot of steps in, and I do try and get outside for a walk every day. That is not for the purposes of burning calories, that's more for just general well-being. So I do try and get outside for a walk every day, and between those things I tend to hit 10,000 steps pretty easily. I am also going to be doing 40 minutes of steady state cardio per week, which I tend to split into 2 20-minute sessions. This is one thing that I'm not going to be super strict on. It's something that I try and do again year round. I would up this if I was in a deficit, but I just think it's a good habit as a powerlifter to have even just a small amount of time in a week where you get your heart rate up for a sustained length of time. So that's what I do. I typically do that on the exercise bike just because it's low impact and doesn't really take anything away from the rest of the training I'm doing. Now, in terms of other habits that I am going to be monitoring through this bulk, I do not want to just become a slob. I want to stay on top of all my habits and my wellness and all that good stuff. So I am going to be weighing myself daily, and that you would think would be a given, but it's not necessarily, because particularly with my body weight going up, daily weigh-ins are going to be a challenge for me. I know that because it is difficult, again, as a woman, to see the scale weight going up, even if that is the goal, even if that is the intention. So pushing myself outside my comfort zone a little bit here with the daily weigh-ins and making sure that I do that. I also want to keep up my meditation habit. So for me, meditation is a really important part of my day for my mental well-being and just for managing stress. And I, at the moment, I'm aiming to do 20 minutes daily-ish. So 4 to 5 times a week, 20-minute meditation. I also want to get outdoors every day. This is just to regulate my circadian rhythm, be in nature, mental health benefits of all that good stuff. Again, this is something that I want to do daily-ish, so that gives me a little bit of leeway for if the weather's terrible or when it's getting dark early and whatever, to not get out. But the aim is to get outside for a walk every day or daily-ish. Also going to be doing a daily reflection. So this is something that me and my nutrition coach have been working on recently, which is sitting down at the end of every day for sort of 5 to 10 minutes and just going through all of this stuff, filling in my sheets, filling in my app, ticking it all off, just reflecting on the day. And then the final one, which I've put in here, is no phone in bed. So this is a habit that I have started in the last couple of weeks, which is leaving my phone downstairs at bedtime and not taking it into the bedroom with me at all. And this has really helped with my sleep, actually, because I'm not scrolling in bed now. I tend to take a book and read a book until I get sleepy, and that has really helped with my sleep quality. So that is something that I want to maintain as part of this sort of building process. So yeah, those are the habits that I'm going to be working on over the next few months. So that's an overview of where I currently am and what my goals are for this bulk, this building series, what my plan is going to look like in terms of nutrition and training, and I'm going to be doing regular check-ins here on YouTube to hold myself accountable and so you lot can see how I'm getting on. I also want to bring you some training vlogs from the next few months from this process, some full day of eatings, maybe some Q&As, and if you have any ideas or anything you'd like to hear me talk about to do with this building process for me, or just strength training and powerlifting in general, do drop a comment down below and let me know what you'd like to see. My goal is to bring one video per week to you as we progress through this series. That is the goal. That's another one of the habits that I want to keep on top of, so we will see how that goes. But for now, that is the end of episode 1. Let me know if you've got any comments or questions down below. Make sure you like the video and subscribe if you want to see the rest of this journey and be a part of it with me.